キングエンジン知らないのか？キングさんが戦闘態勢に入った時に鳴る音だよ。この音を聞いて生きて帰った怪人はいないと言われてんだ。
They call him the strongest man on earth. The mere whisper of his name sends shivers down the spines of city-level monsters. The Hero Association archives his feats in gold leaf, attributing to him victories so grand they defy comprehension. S-class legends like Tornado and Atomic Samurai acknowledge him, not as a peer, but as a force beyond their understanding. He is the unassailable pinnacle, the unbeatable king. But here is the truth they never told you, the truth buried beneath the statues, the accolades, the thunderous myth of the King Engine. King has never won a fight. He has never thrown a decisive punch. He has never consciously activated a single, solitary superpower. Not one, not ever. His power was never strength. It was a chilling, cosmic accident of timing. Every single time catastrophe descended, every time a being capable of ending civilizations emerged from the shadows, King was there, in the rubble, amid the smoke, a bystander caught in the eye of the apocalypse. Not because he fought his way to the front lines, but because Saitama had already been there. And the world, desperate for an anchor in the chaos, for a face to put to their salvation, looked at this lone, ordinary man standing amidst the carnage. And they wrote the legend for him. They saw the fresh, livid scars from his close calls, not as marks of luck, but as badges of a battle only he could survive. They heard the frantic, pounding rhythm of his own terror, the visceral drum of a heart pushed to its limit, and they baptized it. They called it the King Engine, a fearsome aura that precedes his wrath. They witnessed his frozen, wide-eyed silence in the face of doom, and they misinterpreted it entirely. They called it the calm, focused gaze of a predator assessing its prey. They did not see a terrified man. They saw a survivor of horrors they couldn't imagine. And from that misunderstanding, they built a god. They crafted a deity from a ghost. And King, what did King do? He watched the lie take root. He saw the statue of himself erected in the town square. He heard his own heartbeat echoing in news reports as a symbol of impending doom. And he said, nothing. Not out of greed for fame, not for the luxury it afforded, but because he looked out at a world perpetually on the brink, a world where hope is a fragile, flickering candle, and he realized a devastating truth. Someone had to be the statue they prayed to. Someone had to be the unmoving rock in the torrent. If the rock was hollow, did it matter, so long as the people believing in it stayed dry? So this is King's reality, his personal hell. He lives in a state of perpetual, suffocating terror. Every ring of his doorbell isn't a visitor. It's a potential executioner arriving to expose the fraud. Every blaring siren, every breaking news alert isn't a call to action, it's a death knell. He is the greatest con artist in history, and his punishment is the constant, crushing weight of the crown he never asked for, knowing that at any moment the blade of truth could fall and sever the thread his entire world hangs by. And yet, when the ground splits and a dragon-level calamity rises, casting its shadow over thousands, when the screams of civilians pierce the air, a chorus of pure panic, he goes there. His body trembles, his mind screams to flee. The King Engine roars, not with power, but with primal, undiluted fear. But his feet do not move backward. He plants them. He stands his ground, a man facing a tsunami with nothing but a terrified expression. And in that moment, he performs the most brilliant, accidental, and heroic deception in all of fiction. He becomes a living, breathing deterrent. The monster expecting a warrior is met instead with an impenetrable myth. It sees not a frail human, but the legend of the strongest man. It hesitates. It second guesses its own power. That single moment of purchased hesitation is where lives are saved. That fragile illusion is the dam that holds back the flood, buying the precious seconds for the true force of nature, for Saitama to arrive. King's power is not in his fists. It is in the story. He is not a fighter. He is a narrative device made flesh. He is the living, breathing plot armor for the entire hero association and the world it pretends to protect. And then there is Saitama, the one absolute in a universe of variables. The one man whose perception cannot be clouded by myth or reputation. The being who could end the lie with a bored sigh in 3 words. He's just lucky. And what does this absolute do? He looks directly at King, sees the sweat, smells the fear, recognizes the complete absence of combat prowess. And what does he do? He crowns him. He affirms him. He points at King and tells the world, in his own bland, undeniable way, that this man is strong. Saitama does not see the lie. He sees the function. He understands on a level beyond conscious thought that the world needs the idea of king. It needs the symbol. So Saitama, in his own uniquely passive way, becomes the silent guardian of the world's most necessary secret. The strongest man, intentionally protecting the strongest man. Not because King possesses power, but because King's continued existence as a symbol prevents the total collapse of morale. He is the finger in the dike of despair. So let's be brutal. Saitama possesses infinite, effortless power. Moomin Rider possesses infinite, defiant heart. But King labors under infinite, excruciating pressure. The pressure to be a deity when he is mortal. The pressure to maintain a fiction that has become the foundation of global security. The pressure to wear a crown that grows heavier with every heartbeat it falsely proclaims as power. And this brings us to the question designed to split this audience in two, to ignite a war in the comments below. Is King the ultimate coward? A pathetic fraud basking in stolen valor, perpetuating a lie that misleads the world and endangers lives, all because he is too morally weak to face the truth and shatter the comforting illusion? Or is King the ultimate hero, a man of unimaginable bravery who weaponizes his own debilitating fear to serve as humanity's living shield? Who willingly bears the cross of a global lie, sacrificing his own peace and authenticity to provide the one thing the world needs more than raw power? Unshakable hope. Because we must redefine courage here. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is being utterly, soul-crushingly afraid and still stepping onto the stage. It is knowing you are a fraud and deciding that the show must go on because the audience needs it to survive. The throne he sits upon is an illusion. The crown on his head is a prop. But make no mistake, the man sitting there drenched in the cold sweat of his own terror is performing a Herculean task. He is holding up the entire sky. So now the verdict is yours. The debate is ordained. Is he a fraud or is he a hero? The comments section is now your battlefield. Choose your side.